Mike Cernovich, DangerandPlay.com, Guerrilla Mindset live from Austin. The people wanted real-time, all-day interview with Alex Jones. Today is the Super Bowl of media. Today is the George Foreman, Muhammad Ali, Rumble in the Jungle. We're right now with the Mike Tyson of media, Alex Jones. We're going to talk about Megyn Kelly, Y2.
More like the pumpkin head of media. No, thanks, Mike. Seriously, people ask why I did this interview. I knew it was an investigative report. I knew it was a hit piece. I knew she was lying from the beginning because I'd actually seen some of the people that she's involved with in PR online bragging that she'd just been to interview them. And I knew that she was going to be speaking at one of the Sandy Hook galas where it's turned into this big Bloomberg, charity anti-gun operation. I'm sad for the families of anybody that's lost folks from criminals using guns or knives or, Islamists run people over with cars, whatever. But I was aware of the whole PR nature that she was the diva of the anti-gun movement and had been engaged by Bloomberg openly. So today we're going to be covering it live, 4 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Eastern, with my regular 2-hour Sunday show that I've been doing for over a decade. And then we're going to do 2 hours or more after that. Mike Cernovich, I asked him to come to town. His wife's very gracious for him to be here to miss out on his child and Father's Day. But Mike's here to be on the show with me live. We're going to have Jack Posobiec on. A bunch of other people are going to be on the broadcast today, TV/radio, so we can actually break down what's happened. Now, a lot of people are asking me, are you going to release the full audio of her main interview that she did at night with me? She also interviewed me in the studio and in the control room and at dinner and in this very car. And the answer is yes, I intend to release it. But I want them to release on NBC News or on MSNBC. That's a no-brainer. That she sat down with me for about 105 minutes at 9 o'clock at night. And that's when she gave me the big, hard interview that she'd sworn and promised she wasn't going to do.
Well, they work you over all day. That's what they do. They try to be nice to you all day, and then when they think they got you tired and it's been a long day, that's when they try to do let's sit down now, we're good friends, and I'm going to try to work you over. HBO tried the same thing with me, but they're always going to lose.
Exactly. That's exactly what she did. And I knew it was coming, but that's why I released the 15, 20 minutes of us on the phone. There's more, too. But some of it is so buttering me up, it's just ridiculous. Quite frankly, I don't want to hurt Megyn Kelly. I actually kind of feel bad for her, and I'm not just saying that to sound like the good guy. She has been so used in this as a lawyer and as kind of an empty, narcissistic person, probably on the surface. But I think inside she probably is not a bad person. I think she buys into hype and believes what she's doing. That's because I've talked to people at NBC that have begged me to not release these tapes and begged me to stop because they say that Megyn Kelly is basically almost in a catatonic state right now. And I thought that was them lying to me because they lied so much. And then I had some other contacts basically telling me the same thing out of New York. These other contacts were out of New York and DC and LA. So Megyn either is lying about this or she is telling the truth and is freaked out and is trying to get people to get me to stop and not do this. Lady, what do you expect? You go, this isn't going to be a hit piece. I promise not to double cross you. I find you fascinating. I want to help you. As soon as I started hearing this stuff, I was driving in my car, this very car, and I had another backup phone from work that actually one of the crew had left in here that we use for shooting live videos. I fumbled around, grabbed it, turned it on, and then started recording. And then you hear me say, hey, let me get to the office. Let's continue this so I can get you better audio. And then in some subsequent conversations, some subsequent text messages, this woman is either the biggest sociopath, fembot, in the vein of a sex operative. I'm not saying that's what she did to me. I'm not saying she's a sex operative, a swallow, but a honeypot. But she literally acts like a fembot that works for Dr. Evil. Or maybe she really is a good person and believes all this crap. But separately from that, let me just reset with this, because the most important thing people need to know is folks think I did some big calculation bringing her here. No, I knew that it was a major hit piece.
They begged you, right?
Absolutely. But that's the key here. In fact, I'm starting to tell folks about that. Explain to them.
Yeah, so a lot of people think that Alex Jones is begging for media. Oh, he wants to be on TV. The opposite is true, because more people watch him, more people are going to watch the live streams today than watch her. So Megyn Kelly was a ratings flop. She was not having any success. So what she did is used her charm on Alex, knowing that he's a chivalrous man, a good old boy from the South who, you know, really would want to do a nice thing. He never would have let a man in. Thought, hey, I'll be a nice guy. I'll pull out the table, kind of the chair for a woman, being very polite. And then she used that against him. But yeah, NBC, they call us all the time. BBC, Paul Joseph Watson, they call him all the time. And
he's been offered his own national TV shows like 10 times.
And they beg him to go on Big Brother, actually, in the UK.
I mean, I've been offered, I'm not bragging, like more than 50 reality shows.
Yeah.
Now, most of those were BS, but sometimes they were real.
Yeah, well, I mean, Big Brother is the biggest reality show in the world, and they beg Paul Joseph Watson every year to come onto their show because they know that that'll increase engagement. So, yeah, that's what
Paul, I mean, let's just admit it. Paul is becoming like a conservative libertarian sex symbol.
Oh, that's what I've told them. I've said Paul's way bigger than me. Act like it. I mean, I told people about the intervention we staged in Austin where we're like, Paul, you are the biggest, hottest thing. You got to act like it, man. You got to own it. There's nobody better than Paul right now in terms of an icon for the millennials, a sex object who has...
Oh, yeah. I mean, if he started, you know, like walking the red carpets and film premieres and stuff, it'd be off the moon. But he's so classy. You know, he's just busy like in the mountains of France and Spain writing stuff, you know?
Yeah, he's like a pop icon. He would be a Bieber, a Justin Bieber level talent.
Well, let's be clear. Before they put algorithms in about 6 months ago to start blocking us, his average video was getting like 15 million views. He was on the way to being a libertarian PewDiePie. Right. And they put algorithms on it, now it's only 5 million views. Oh my God, it's so horrible. Right. And again, we're not bragging. We're explaining and celebrating that dinosaur media is a joke. I mean, Megyn Kelly usually has about 6-7 million viewers for her show. The show, before she took it over, had like 10-15 million. Tonight, it'll probably have record ratings. Okay, it's a dead...
20 million.
Yeah, exactly. It's a dead cat bounce. Let's be honest. I mean, I think all the streams out there will probably have 5, 6, 7, 8 million people that watch it live. It doesn't matter. The point is they're going to actually see what we're saying, what we're doing, what we're talking about. Sorry. And it's going to then show how they're deceptive. And I'm just waiting for the deceptively interview so that, because it takes time. When you've got hours and hours and hours of audio, then you've got to sync up where she says it. You've got to have somebody go find it. You've got to show, okay, at minute 27, I say this, and at minute 32, they edit it together to have me say that. I mean, I know in the promo, we've already got the tape, and we've already got parts of the promo, and then I've got to get people to come in on Sunday on Father's Day. We just don't have a big enough crews. One is people are like, we want all the audio. Give it to us. This is great. You're routing her. I know, but we actually have to go in today. I mean, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to spend some time with my family and Mike's come over to the house, and then we're going to go up there and to the studio and get ready to do this. But that's the only problem for the new media is we've got too many scoops, too much information, too much to cover. I mean, look at the dinosaur media. They've taken 2 weeks to basically edit this thing, and then they said they've gone back in and they're re-editing it. So understand this. I know mass shootings happen. A lot of evidence shows, okay, kids died at Sandy Hook. I've never sent people to go harass the families. I've never done that. I was never the father of the Sandy Hook thing. It was the internet. It was my listeners. It was other people. I was kind of late to the game. Paul Watson believes the official story and chastises me on air, and quite frankly, and he's allowed to. We're not running a cult here. And then I get attacked because Paul thinks the whole thing's official. Paul told me 4 years ago, this is crap. Don't be part of this. I've always shown all views. I've always done devil's advocate. And they edit that out of context. I'm not running from Sandy Hook. I'm running towards what I really said. I'm proud of what I said, that, hey, they lied about babies being killed in incubators in 1990. Our media knew the girl had never been to Iraq, never been to Kuwait, that it didn't happen. And they said that they bashed the brains out of hundreds of babies and stomped their brains out. It wasn't true. It launched a war that's now killed in Iraq conservatively over 2 million people. And we have Madeleine Albright saying 500,000 dead Iraqi kids just under her control when she was Secretary of State under the Clintons was worth it. And then that's what I said to Megyn Kelly. She edits it together where I go, well, I said these things before the media ever picked it up. And it sounds like, well, I said this because I didn't think the media had picked it up. What I said is I always looked at all the angles and didn't know what happened, but most of my listeners didn't buy it because the media is such a bunch of liars. And you know who else didn't buy it? I personally know senior FBI agents and personally know former high-level FBI agents who run security companies. And I personally know law enforcement. I sent Rob Dew and I sent a crew, John Bound, to a New Haven, Connecticut meeting. So that's when they got so scared a couple of years ago, because they never really made an issue about me and this. But the last few years, Hillary and her ads, all of it, they did. So I sent people there, and I said, be really nice, find out, interview the parents, because a lot of people look credible. We get there, all of a sudden, it's like, wait a minute, Rob Dew's uncle, who's a retired, very well-known FBI agent, he's there, and I'm not going to even get into what he said everywhere, but he said to us on record, he said, I've never seen a cover-up like this. I've never seen the records like this. I've never seen anyone behave like this. He said that it was just, you have to understand, law enforcement is pissed at me right now. The type of law enforcement that gave us the Anthony Weiner sexting information and said there was a lot more. We broke that. And then Eric Prince came out the next day because he's a patriot. And I'm not bragging here, but this is cloak and dagger dangerous stuff, folks. And you have to understand that law enforcement is pissed at me. Pissed. I got a call this morning, high level. And they said, we're really, Alex, you hit the barbed wire before, and now you're being a wimp running from it. And I said, no, I've never known the truth will happen. He goes, well, here's the deal. You need to stop. You need to come up with another statement on Sandy Hook. And you need to stop saying that it all happened because, that's BS. So, the police don't buy it. The FBI doesn't buy it. The CIA doesn't buy it. And they say it's all a giant PR firm deal. I just can't believe they're that bold and that crazy. The parents look real to me. So I can't, not knowing 100%, say that it didn't happen. So I apologize to parents out there that have lost children in mass shootings and to people that lost children in Sandy Hook. And here's the larger issue. I've been saying that for a while. I've been saying that for years. The exact same thing I just said. And they go and get an edited tape where I said, I can see that they killed children. They may have had hit teams in there that did it. We know they've staged events. But I can also see with the blue screen and Cooper and all other weird anomalies, they can be totally fake. They edited. Just like Megyn Kelly edited, where I said Hillary personally helped murder children in Iraq, Syria, Libya. They edited that in with me ranting about pedophilia. And Kelly admitted to me in person that she knows that went on and that happened. And then once we got in the interview with her, here's even bigger outrage. She attacked, the most vicious I've ever been attacked. And then I knew she would pause, get me to sit there for a minute, and then throw in a gotcha. Like, oh my God, you just said you hope the gays die, or the gays deserve to die at the Pulse nightclub. And I never said that. And she started to actually get to me. Because it was like, by then 10:30 at night, I was just like, what in the hell are you talking about? And I can tell you, it's all going to be cut together. They had the heat cranked up to like 85, knowing I'm a big guy, wearing a sports tag, I'm sweating. She's like perfectly lit. They got a light under me. We've looked at the video. It looks like they morphed it.
Inflated your head.
I got a big head, but it's because you see the collars are like 3 times bigger. So again, I'm ranting. Mike, I haven't hit all the angles here. We should probably do another video, like you said, pointing out this is big, not because it's about Alex Jones or Megyn Kelly. It's a historic bellwether or marker of 2 powerful forces, the new independent media, not perfect, but trying to tell the truth, colliding with people that could spend millions of dollars polishing one report and pay a woman $20 million a year to be a deceiver and have her on the phone lie and say, I promise it's not a hit piece. No, I'm not going to get into those subjects. If you want, I could mention them. But no, I want to know who you are. And I said, no, you want to drill in and hammer all this. She said, no, I promise. I never double cross. You've got my word. That's the outrage, is that she thought in the year 2017 that she could get away with this. So it's not that I'm that good, or Ben, Garrison put out this thing where I'm playing her like a fiddle. She played herself like a fiddle. Quite frankly, I've told Mike and other folks when I did the interview, I was tired. I don't take them serious. I shouldn't have let them be around from 9:30 in the morning till almost 11 at night. Absolutely. I was a good boy, didn't even drink a beer or two like I normally do at 7 or 8 o'clock at night. And I was just completely, because she sat there like a lawyer over and over and over again. It kind of just made me just get in the mode of like it was a deposition. And I was just like, okay, yeah, sure. This is bull, this is crap. And again, that's kind of my problem is I disrespect them so much. I don't think I did as good a job as Mike did with Pele, who they've now demoted, because Pele just bet on the system's gravitas that you say she fell down when she didn't. You're fake. And you're like, we have the video. And we already knew from sources she was having, serious epilepsy. And then he goes, the campaign, with a little fake voice, the campaign said that it was pneumonia. And that was his Waterloo, because they still think we have trust in them. That's what sealed his fate. So you laughed at him. And now they've got all these articles. Donald Trump's the biggest conspiracy theorist. Alex Jones has been demoted. That's in Atlantic Monthly. It goes on and on and on, because we're questioning known liars. We're questioning people. We have our own views. We have our own ideas. And the article even said, even in the days of ancient Rome, people question their government. It's something bizarre and sick and weird. And they even question Kennedy. Yeah, like 92% of people. I mean, I've interviewed the folks on the deathbed confession of E. Howard Hunt that was there running the operation to kill Kennedy. I mean, we know everything. He got arrested that day. We have pillar to post every freaking angle. And you guys have the nerve, like you're still in total control, to go, no, Obamacare's free. There's no death panels. And thank God you're so effing stupid you don't remember that there are death panels and it doubles prices. Cernovich, I'm ranting here. You take over.
Okay, yeah, here, I can hold it while you drive. Yes, that's the game they play. And they play it all the time. But the New York Times editorial board 5 days ago committed journalistic fraud. They claimed that Sarah Palin had incited that shooting. Remember, in Arizona?
They had to back off.
Yeah, and then they got called out for the lies. So Jim Acosta claimed that Donald Trump didn't visit the congressman in the hospital personally, which is a fraud. So they got to go back to get Alex. They got to go back to shit that he didn't even say to discredit him or attack him. We go back one day.
I was about to ask you, Mike, why are they suddenly lying worse than ever? Just everywhere, like saying Comey never said that no one tried to influence him. Not in the June 8th hearing, not in the May 3rd, and we have all the clips, and they write articles saying you and I and Posobiec are liars, and then even show here's the fake transcript, and it's an exact transcript of what was said on frickin' national TV.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
What do you make of that?
Well, they're like a caged animal, and as you know, you cage an animal, you cage a raccoon, they're going to come at you even more violently, and they feel us circling around. And like for example, we just got back from, we were in the hotel, somebody right across the street, Alex, right, just happened right when we were at the hotel.
Oh yeah, they didn't charge me for the valet.
Yeah.
Another guy, but we're not bragging. It's just saying we're getting mobbed way more than they do.
Yeah, they don't get recognized in public like we do. So they're realizing.
And again, that's just a bellwether, a gauge of just how devastated they've actually gotten.
Yeah, so they got no hope. All right, we're going to go ahead and have breakfast. We can start over if you want to.
Well, sure, but I mean, and I've been ranting for 20 minutes. You've been ranting for 5. You got more. Your points are better than mine. Go ahead and make some more points. Plus, I dropped my sunglasses and broke them. I got to fix them real quick.
Okay. Right, so the only thing the media understands are analytics, ratings, and fame. And that is why I would always post my Twitter analytics. It was never to brag. It was just because they watch that and they're jealous. They're like, wow, Cernovich.
Paul Watson has more analytics than all of the BBC combined.
Exactly.
Until they put a governor on him, he's still gigantic. Again, they're pathetic. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, that's the point. And so the media people are learning our ratings, and they're saying, how can these guys have these ratings? We have to take them out. But what they don't understand is that nobody trusts them.
They could kill all of us, and they would still be where they are because someone else would just pop up. They've created a vacuum. They opened the bulkhead door to space. They depressurized their own damn ecosystem.
Yeah, I mean, we now have people going on a play in New York taking the stage, right?
Oh, I love the leftist on that. They were all over your Twitter and all over mine going, hey, dumbasses, it's a play written 500 years ago by someone you don't know. Oh, I don't know who Shakespeare is. I can just quote, 1,000 pages of it to you. But you're so intellectual. And you go, it has nothing to do with that. There's American flags behind it. It's supposed to look like Congress. It's clearly the president. They admit it's an allegory of them killing him. And then I love the image of people walking up with their fake knives to the valiant lady that ran up there on stage and did that. But again, then they play this game like they're not calling for violence and we've made it up. They play this game like they're all mind control officers or something. Even the average Twitter leftist play these games like, no, Comey didn't say that. No, that's not about Trump. No, a leftist didn't shoot the congressman. No, Obamacare is free. No. And they go, stop having your own views. Stop questioning us. No, stop it. Jesus, burn everything down. Murder everyone. And we're like, you're saying murder people? No, I'm not. Blah. I mean, where's this going?
Yeah, I mean, the enemy is demoralized. Remember, General Patton himself said this. Troop morale is the #2 battlefield amplifier. Right now, our troop morale is high. That's why, because we see that's why we're taking over the microphones, because our side is energized and amped up. Our side, we feel like the winners. We won Trump. They're demoralized.
That is the most important thing.
Trump. Right.
I swear I'm going to shut up. I want you to spend 5 minutes on that, and we're going to go in. But what you just said is always so key. Understand, folks, they want to make me get demoralized, that they're saying, basically in some headlines, that I've murdered children or something. I mean, they actually have headlines like, child murder denier, and all this other crap, saying you can't question anything in America, and oh, he makes up, that 9/11 was an inside job when the 28 pages are out, and, oh, and Jones also claims vaccines can hurt you. That's a known fact. I mean, don't question anything. They want to lower our morale. They want to lower your morale. They want to make you feel like a loser. They want to make you feel like Trump's a loser. They want to make you feel like, and I know you know this, but we've all got to be conscious of this and explain it to other people that this is pure bullying and a pure attempt to say, okay, we're trying to destroy Trump. Let's try to destroy Alex Jones, because if we can do that, we can destroy alternative media. Ladies and gentlemen, they can't destroy ideas. No army can stop an idea whose time has come, to quote Victor Hugo. And so we are at a historic moment right now, and I know all of you know that, but that's why send the links out to his Periscope, mine, YouTube, Facebook, Infowars.com/show, our local affiliates across the country. We're going to have millions of people tuned in today at 4 o'clock Central. When we're going to take your phone calls, we're going to read your Twitter comments. I want to put that up on the screen. I want to totally dominate, and then in live time, show this pathetic thing they've built up for weeks of an 11-minute edited smorgasbord of BS, when we're sitting on top of what was really said, and then we can just stroll down after and show people the deceptions when we already have Megyn destroying herself, not me. I'm not the stroke of genius. If somebody jumps off a cliff, or somebody, if you're fighting somebody in the UFC and they pull a hammer out and knock their own teeth out, you didn't win. They were idiots. She ran off the edge of a cliff thinking she could be on the phone trying to butter me up and tell me all this crap, and that I wouldn't, see through it, and then I have the tape of her lying. That's what's important. It just adds more to that. Sorry, go ahead.
We'll be here all day, guys.
No, you go ahead, because I'm ranting.
No, we're good. We're good. We're going to be here all day, just so you know. We're going to war game it out. We're going to be live streaming, live reactions, live taking calls. We should think of a hashtag today so that everybody can post the hashtag.
Something like...
Jones v. Kelly, maybe?
That's it.
Jones v. Kelly. Hashtag of the day is Jones v. Kelly, JONES VKELLY. This is the Rumble in the Jungle. Post your thoughts, post your videos, post your links, and the hashtag Jones v. Kelly.
This is their attempt to rig everything. And quite frankly, I don't just say this to patronize, you know it. You're the resistance, you're the power. If you want to overpower their bots and their propaganda and their garbage, we're not the Russians, we're the American people. We want freedom, we want low taxes, we want a Second Amendment, we want to have a strong military, we want to defend our borders, we want to have religious freedom, and we're going to overpower MSM, and their big attempt to bring us down has blown up in their face thanks to you.
Jones v. Kelly, we're hyped.
That's a great idea.
We're hyped. Yeah, so we'll be posting
hashtag Jones v. Kelly.
Jones v. Kelly. We've already got up. I did my cardio, my meditation for the day, the Wim Hof breathing. I'm excited. Are you excited?
I need to do the meditation. Oh.
The Wim Hof breathing. I'm hyped, dude. I'm hyped. All right, Jones v. Kelly, we'll be coming at you live all day. Post the links, share the links, let people know. We're just not going to sit by passively while they defame and lie about us. We look scared? Do we look shook up?
No, I'm having too much fun. It's like you say, I'm going crazy.
Yeah, the energy is contagious. Jones v. Kelly, we'll talk to you all soon.
Thanks, guys. Infowars.com.